You've done it again, Justice Sparrow.
It was a team effort, Captain Chivalrous.
What's important is that we finally put the infamous Shadowcaster behind bars. You were a worthy opponent, Shadow, but you are no match for the valiant Vanguard. For you see, good will always triumph over evil. There is no shadow you can cast great enough to hide our light.
Your days of masterminding evil plans are over.
Justice Sparrow, here are the keys to his cell. See to it that our friend here is escorted to a high-security prison.
Captain, you aren't going to wait for the guards with us? I know Shadowcaster is one of the most prolific villains of our time. I thought you might want to turn him in yourself.
Well, you were the one who caught him. It's only fair you do the honors. Besides, I'm afraid there's still evil afoot. One particular evil who is haunting one of our superheroes in their dreams. If I don't stop him soon, he'll make our realities a nightmare.
You're talking about Dr. Slumber. Yes, Captain, I understand. Don't worry. Shadowcaster will not be going anywhere on my watch.
I know I can always count on you.
For justice. For fairness. And for honor.
Farewell, Justice Sparrow.
Goodbye, Captain. All right, he's gone. You're coming with me. Stop asking questions. Just stay still. I need to put this collar on you. I had it made special for you. There. It's just a safety precaution. Not that I need any protection from you. Didn't you notice how easy it was for me to find you despite your shadow puppets? That's because your powers don't work on me. You see, I'm not afraid of the dark and scary things most people fear. In fact, behind this mask and beneath this cape, I am a dark and scary thing, the likes of which you have never imagined before. I'm glad you find that amusing. It just means your guard is still low. You're still underestimating me. That's a mistake all you villains make. But it doesn't hurt my feelings one bit. Unlike you, I'm not driven by ego. If I were, I'd probably give you a 2-hour monologue while you escaped right under my nose. What am I driven by? My all-consuming, burning desire for you, of course. I'm glad you found it amusing too. You look very cute when you laugh. Of course I'm serious. Do you have such low self-esteem that you can't believe an honest compliment? I wouldn't be surprised. I suspect you villains became the way you are because deep down, you're very insecure. Maybe you got rejected by your first crush or something. You look confused. You're probably wondering what's going on. Am I taunting you or flirting with you or being unnecessarily cruel by pretending to like you? This is probably not what you expected, but it's fun for me to keep you guessing. Yes, I'm really helping you escape this prison cell. Why am I helping you escape? Because I have better and bigger plans for you. Like I told Captain Chivalrous, you are one of the most prolific villains of our time. I can't let a sexy mind like yours go to waste by letting it rot in some tiny prison cell. Then why did I put the collar on you? As I said, it's a safety measure. The last thing I want is for you to turn the tables on me. I'm not dumb. Once I have the upper hand, you aren't getting it back. But you need not worry. I'm going to make sure you don't go to prison. At least, not their prison. The guards? Don't worry, they're not coming. I was hoping things would go exactly as they did, with Captain Chivalrous having to leave early to keep fighting crime, so I could have you all to myself. I already set things up with the guards so that they'd leave you to me. Captain Chivalrous won't ask questions. He'll believe the guards, who will tell him you used your powers to make them terrified of each other. So much so that they try to kill each other. In fact, they're probably making that story as believable as possible right now. Why would they do that? Because I paid them very generously. In fact, do you remember the bank heist you coordinated the last time you got away? I saw where your sidekick Luminous hit the pink diamond. That's right, it was me. I let him get away so I could follow him. I know you were convinced Luminous was lying to you. I suspect that's why he wasn't with you today. Maybe if he had been, you wouldn't have gotten caught. Anyway, I used that very same ill-gotten diamond to pay off the guards and to make that power-suppressing collar I put on you. Why would I do that? Because I can. They already thought you and Luminous had the pink diamond. No one would ever suspect me. It's just one of the perks of being a superhero. People trust you. You still look so confused. My, you're handsome, but you sure are naive. How is it that you, a villain masterminder, are not getting this? I think you are overthinking it, but all the dots are right in front of you for you to connect. I am obviously corrupted. Free you? Is that the first thing that comes to your mind? Because if that's the case, you really aren't using your imagination. If I wanted to free you, I wouldn't have caught you in the first place. No, I said I didn't want to see you rotting in some tiny prison cell. I never said I wanted you to go free. What do I want? I want you to be mine. No. You're still not getting this. I don't want a partnership. Besides, I could never trust a villain to keep his word. What I mean is, I want to keep you close to me. Why? Like I said, I have an all-consuming, burning desire for you. That's why I became a superhero in the first place. I always had a thing for bad boys. Sure, I considered getting into the villain business myself. But always being on the run from the law? Not to mention, I'd probably have to settle for just one villain boyfriend. That's no kind of life. But as a superhero, I get to pick and choose all the bad boys I want. Plus, I get to save lives. I'm not really evil after all. Just a little selfish. Are there others? Shadow, does it look like this is my first rodeo? Of course there are others. Do you guys not have a super secret villain convention or something? At least half the time you hear of a villain mysteriously disappearing or escaping from prison but yet never heard from again, I'm the one behind it. At least when it comes to the hot villains anyway. Why am I taking villains? For the same reason I'm taking you. Some people like to collect action figures. I like to collect cute supervillains. Now, do you believe me that I really do think you're cute? I mean, sure, I have it all planned out, but that doesn't mean that I don't put myself at risk each and every single time I do this. In fact, because you're so infamous and well known that Captain Chivalrous himself has been dealing with you, this is one of the biggest risks I've taken so far. That just means I really like you. I really do hate to get other people involved. I try to do it as little as possible. Fortunately, you villains make things so easy for me. Not only do you provide me with resources, like the pink diamond I stole from you, so that I can pay off absolutely anyone, but you also provide me with opportunities to earn people's trust and loyalty. When I told the guards I was going to kidnap you, they assumed I was being true to my name, Justice Sparrow, and I was taking justice into my own hands. They agreed with my cause because they don't trust the justice system. Too much corruption. It also helps to have half the city indebted to me, from the many times I have saved the civilians of this town and their loved ones. I don't have to use any force or threats whatsoever to get what I want. All I have to do is ask nicely, and the people of this town are more than happy to do whatever they can to show me their gratitude. I bet you never thought about it until now, but isn't that so much more effective than villainhood? And who knows, maybe my personal, spacious cell might make a good guy out of you yet. Maybe the goodness of Justice Sparrow will rub off on you. Either way, you won't be able to commit any more crimes from where you'll be, so it's a win-win situation for everyone. What am I going to do with you? Is one of the most powerful villains of our time, the great Shadowcaster, scared of me? Look at me. What could I possibly do to you? If you must know, I just want to protect you, to keep you safe and warm, keep you fed and sheltered, to keep you someplace where you won't get into any trouble. If in that time you happen to fall in love with me, well, and that would just be a very nice bonus. But I would never ever hurt you. Don't you see? You are far too precious to me. Yes, it's a little selfish to have you all to myself, but you are a villain. This is the only way to keep you safe from the Valiant Vanguard, from getting imprisoned, or from your many, many other enemies. The other villains I have kidnapped? Don't worry about them. We superheroes have very big hearts. Besides, you won't see them anyway. The last thing I'd want is for all of you to get together and plot against me. Besides, I prefer one-on-one attention like this. We don't have any more time. I hear the guards stabbing at each other. I sure hope they don't take it too far. Anyway, the ambulance will be here soon, so we better get going. One last safety measure. I'm going to put these special light goggles on you because I know if I blindfold you, you'll just see through the darkness. We wouldn't want that now, would we? There we go. Now that you can't see a thing, I can fly you to your new home. Is the excitement starting to kick in? Think about it. Many humans, superheroes, and many villains have fantasized about having Justice Sparrow by their side. For you, it'll be a reality. You may have lost your plans to take over the world, but you've won my heart. And I'm sure in time, I'll win yours too. Hey you, this is TheEnchantress. Did you like my video? I hope you did, and I hope you'll click the like button. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell for notifications. You can also support me through my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Have a lovely day, okay?